We really came down to the area, I think 2004, looking for just a place that we could get away as a family. So we found this block, and it just has a great big long stretch along the Harvey Drain. But in the early days, it really provided a really beautiful place for us to all walk to. And we've got lots of memories of getting caught on the barbed wire fences going between us and the river, but spending ages down there and a place for the dogs to go and run.
In winter we always used to go down and catch tadpoles and just little frogs and stuff like that. I was probably about 8 years old. And then one day we scooped up a few tadpoles, and in the net was just some baby little kunaks, which was pretty cool. So we decided we'd go down and chuck a proper little marron net in and see what was in there. And then to our surprise, the next day it was filled with probably, I don't know, about 10 decent sized kunaks in this little puddle, probably no bigger than that. So that was pretty fascinating that they can lay dormant for so long over the summer and then just pop out of nowhere in the winter. My uncle and I were going one time. We didn't find any, so we were on our way home and we were going through this fence, and I looked at it and I saw that it had the little insulators on it, so I knew it was electric. He's an electrician, so I figured he knew the same. But obviously he wasn't thinking, and he got zapped by the fence, and then he jolted up because it hurt him, and then he got stuck in the barbed wire bar, so he tried to get off that, then got zapped again, and he was just ping-pong in between, and he just tumbled out. And yeah, I was just on the floor laughing. So, good story trying to find Aaron.
So when we came to the property, it was a bare block. What came first, Jimmy? I think the trees came first.
I remember that when I was 6 years old, planting trees.
Planted 20,000 carbon neutral trees, but it's always been the boys' dream, my husband James and Jimmy's dream, to have, it always was a dam idea with lots of marron, but as it turns out it's going to be something a little different.
Well, the main reason the dam didn't work is because they got a big layer of coffee rock on the farm, so a wetland idea is a bit more natural and easy to obtain and better for the environment.
Well, that's part of the idea, is to stop that drain flowing straight off the property. You know, the old idea, as we were talking about earlier, is get the water off the property. We're going to reverse that back and say, keep the water on the property, let this property become a sponge and slow the flow.
In the process, you stop all the eutrophication and stuff in the river as well, not using your fertilisers, which is another reason why the river's suffering a little bit. All the life here, like the kunaks and jilgies, are underground, like as I was saying, when we were younger, and they were just in the little holes in the middle of nowhere. They're all there, but they just don't get the chance to really flourish.
Over the fires, we can talk about that. That was terrible. Came right down the river. We thought the river would protect us, but it had all that Watsonia bulbs along there, and it just raced along the river, took out all of our fences and came all across these paddocks. Look, they have never recovered. But those trees continued to survive. They went right through it. All of this was completely burnt out. Jimmy was down here putting out, with a shovel, putting out spot fires. That was one of the saddest little pictures. And what happened after those fires was then we had new birds come to the property. All the little blue wrens came for the first time after the fires. They'd obviously lost habitats. And yes, nature is always just surprising.